Kevin Kelly is standing by live via satellite from the home of Brian Pillman in suburban Cincinnati.
Yeah, and guess who's coming to dinner? Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Welcome everyone to Monday Night Raw. Vince McMahon and Jerry the King are all at ringside. But right now, let's take you to Kevin Kelly live outside of Brian Pillman's home. Kevin, go ahead. Can you hear us?
Coming to you from suburban Cincinnati live outside the home of Brian Pillman. I'm Kevin Kelly, where in just a few moments I'll be conducting a very special live interview with Brian Pillman. Now, remember that this interview was announced last week on Raw. And in the wake of the announcement, Stone Cold Steve Austin threatened to show up here tonight live at Brian Pillman's home in suburban Cincinnati. Now, Mr. Pillman is here with his wife. His children have been sent to their grandparents in the wake of this threat. Now, you can understand Mr. Pillman. He's very tense. He's inside immobile and feeling very vulnerable. It's a high-tense situation. What will Brian Pillman do if Stone Cold Steve Austin follows up with his threat and shows up here tonight live? I will ask him that question as well as the prognosis for his recovery in just a few moments live.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live now. Suburban Cincinnati with Brian Pillman along with Kevin Kelly. And, of course, everyone knows of the injury sustained at the WWF Superstars about a week ago. And, Kevin, would you proceed with the interview?
Yes, Vince, it's a very tense scene here in suburban Cincinnati tonight. Brian, I have to ask you, after the unprovoked savage attack last week on WWF Superstars, you had, I understand, reconstructive surgery once again on your ankle. Can you give us the prognosis? What have the doctors told you about your recovery?
Look, Kelly, I'm alive and well. I got an excellent prognosis for 97, but let's talk about Mr. Austin's prognosis. I've been in bitter feuds many, many times in this sport. There's a fine line between business and private lives. Austin, you've crossed that line. You've made this personal. And now we're operating on a whole different set of rules, son.
And Brian, we heard earlier that Stone Cold Steve Austin could be on his way to your home here tonight. You
Actually,
can't move.
Kev, if I can interject this, I'm told that, in fact, that we have Mr. Austin circling the neighborhood, and I just wonder whether or not, from your standpoint, Mr. Pillman, if you can hear me, it seems to me that considering your vulnerability with your wife, Melanie, and
well, Steve Austin's very vulnerable as well.
Do you
his
feel
rage has blinded him to the fact that his best friend knows him better than anybody.
Do you feel it?
His strengths, his weaknesses, and certainly his fears.
Notwithstanding your bravado, do you feel a hostage? Do you feel like you're a hostage in your own home tonight?
Steve is a dead man walking, because when Austin 316 meets Pillman,
oh my God!
9mm Glock,
Oh my God!
I'm gonna blast his serious straight to hell.
Steve Austin's out there now, man.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with more Raw, and we are live. We're at Stone Cold Steve Austin. We had heard that Austin had arrived on the scene as we left for break. Stone Cold Steve Austin's out there with Brian Pillman's friends, and Pillman's friends are trying to keep Austin away. Look at this. These shots are live. Steve Austin. Look at this. There's, no!
Don't you ever mess with me, son.
Steve Austin on the outside of Brian Pillman's home. Oh! Austin.
Don't you ever mess with me.
Imagine, again,
Don't you ever do it.
Brian Pillman on the inside of his house with his wife, Melanie, are watching these pictures as we are live. Austin is outside of Brian Pillman's home.
I know you're out there, Brian. Your ass is mine, too.
In some sort of a publicity stunt, Austin trying to get into the house of Brian Pillman. Austin literally trying to break into Brian Pillman's home. He's disappeared around the corner.
Oh, come on.
Vince, all right, we heard Stone Cold Steve Austin outside. He's been making his way around all the way to the back of the house, screaming and yelling. Pillman's got this pistol out, and I don't know what the hell is going on here. This is ridiculous. Pillman's got this. What the hell is that?
Does somebody call the police?
It's Austin.
Get out of there, Steve! Don't go in there! Don't go in there!
We are live. This is live.
Power's been restored, Vince. Guys, everybody is here inside the house.
Kevin Kelly, there's chaos there.
I do not know where Stone Cold Steve Austin is right now.
Did anybody fire a shot? Is anyone hurt?
It's a crazy scene here inside the home.
Did anybody get shot?
Brian is restrained by his friends.
And Brian Pillman being restrained by his friends.
Nobody's been shot.
What?
Nobody's been struck by any of the explosions.
Do you know where Austin is?
Vince, I'm sorry.
Can you hear me? Do you know where Austin is?
I do not know where Steve Austin is.
Was more damage?
He saw the gun.
Was more damage?
He saw the gun and he left. Oh my God, he's back.
God.
Let him go! This son of a bitch got this coming! Let him go! I'm gonna kill that son of a bitch! Let him go!
Call the police!
Let him go!
Call the police!
Get out of the way!
Call the
Get out
police!
of the fucking way!
All right.
Get out of the way! Get out of the way!
Get him out of here!
Grab him, Kevin!
We're
Grab the gun!
Let him go!
Oh my God!
Grab the gun!
Go!